Hey girl, are your healthy habits all over the place or non-existent? Do you wish you could find true food freedom, move your body for joy, and really just talk a little nicer to yourself? If you try to habit hack your health, but the strategies you've tried just haven't worked for you in your busy lifestyle, then this podcast is for you. Hey, I'm Emily Nichols, habit and fitness coach, behavior change specialist, and Taco Tuesday enthusiast. Hey, I am here to tell you there is an easier way than what we've been taught about health and our habits. How do I know? Because I've transformed my own life through habit hacks, and my family now gets the best of me, and I help my clients do the same. I'm now going to teach you how to create healthy habits in less time, guilt-free for all seasons of your life. It's not your fault your habits haven't worked, my friend. We just have to do them differently. So, are you ready to feel empowered and transform your habits and life? Then let's do this. Hey gang, welcome to Habit Hack Thursday. I hope you're having a wonderful day. You may have noticed when you were scrolling through your podcast app that the cover art got a little refresh for Self-Transformed and just a little facelift. And of course, we are still called Self-Transform because we are obviously working together to give you the tools to help you transform your life. And when you do that on your own, right? I'm here to help you. I'm here to coach you and guide you through these episodes and through coaching and the membership program. But it's you actually doing the work, and that helps you feel so empowered and confident to pivot your healthy habits, make time for yourself without the guilt, in order to transform your life, and everyone that you love wins when that happens. But I wanted to make sure that we are reflecting, if someone is new to finding the podcast, that we are leading with the right messaging, which is we are here to habit hack your health in less time and guilt-free. So this whole month has been just a month of reflection and planning, and I've been getting a lot of really great feedback from you all. I've had a survey that went out to my email list, and I put it on my Instagram stories. I'll link it in the show notes for you as well. Just make sure you fill it out by tomorrow, which is Friday the 27th. I'll be doing a giveaway for 3 Starbucks gift cards. I just like to do this every once in a while to get feedback from you all as far as what do you want me to coach on? What do you not want me to talk about on the episodes here on the show? Is there things you want me to cover? And it's been so great hearing your feedback. And what I've been hearing a lot is more habit hacks specific to food freedom, movement, and mindset, which is the 3 fundamental needs we focus on, and teaching those in affordable ways. Because from what I've been hearing, when I launched Boot Camp, my big mastermind group coaching program this past January, a lot of folks were interested in it, but maybe it was not at the right price range for them right now. Or maybe they're like, hey, I'm doing okay with fitness, but I don't need to focus on that right now, but I really need help with specifically my mindset. So make sure you are, signed up to connect with me in all the ways possible. My website, everything is linked for you in the show notes. And of course, come connect with me on Instagram at Emily Nichols too. But if you want to be one of the first folks to know when new programming is rolling out, which that is going to be happening over the next month or so, the month of February, and some other fun things coming just based off of your feedback, text me your favorite emoji to 773-904-2157. That also signs you up for my weekly Monday motivational texts. I promise I don't spam. I literally text you every Monday just to be like, hey girl, you got this, and what to help you focus on throughout the week. So come sign up over there. They're usually one of the first people to know when new stuff is rolling out, other than my girls in the Habit Hacking Society, which you can become a member there as well. So let's talk about today's habit hack. We talked, this past Monday about heart rate based training and how, when you go all out all the time, when you're challenging yourself all the time, that can be really hard. It can be really hard to sustain that over time. However, on the other side of that, we also talked about how it's great to challenge yourself sometimes. We just can't be living in that all-out burnout feeling all the time. Go back and listen to that episode if you're like, what are you talking about? It was really inspired by David Goggins' recent book and Coaching at Orange Theory as well. So I've talked about, how I've been taking my time in January and really easing into planning. And specifically in the society, we've been talking about planning for the year this past month. And I always want to find a way to challenge myself when I'm reflecting and writing down my goals for the year, which I decided the first week of February, I'm actually going to make my vision board, write it all down. It's been really nice to kind of ease into it in the month of January because, December is just so bonkers with all the holidays, right? And as I'm planning for the year, I always like to find a challenge for myself for the year. And I'm doing something challenging this spring that I'll share about soon. I've shared about it with some of my closest friends, my husband, of course, and I'm really stepping outside of my comfort zone. I'm really excited and nervous and butterflies, which means I should do it. I did that ruck race this past November, which was really great after coming off of my tailbone break. And it was so great to challenge myself. And I've just fallen in love with rucking. But if you've been following me on Instagram, you've been seeing something that I kind of accidentally and stumbled into, a new habit, a new challenge that I really wasn't planning on, and it's very challenging, mentally more so than anything, but also physically, and that is cold plunges. Oh my gosh. It's like, I live in Indiana. It's about mid 30s, sometimes a little bit lower. And I was really, doing a lot of research on Wim Hof and the benefits of cold plunges. It's really good at producing that brown fat, that adipose tissue, which helps burn fat, but it's also really good for circulation. It's really good for easing inflammation. My husband just had Achilles surgery again this year. So I'm like, oh, and he ices his foot all the time. I'm like, well, if we just did a whole big cold plunge, but also mentally, it's really good for you. And I really struggle sometimes in the winter when it's gray every day, and it's really good for you, just producing that dopamine effect and helping you feel really happy after you do it. So I was sending these links to my husband to do these cold plunges, and I was sending him links to Rural King to buy those big horse troughs. I'm like, well, fill it up with ice. And he was like, Emily, we have a pool. Let's just open the pool. And I was like, oh yeah. Duh. So we've just opened the pool just in the shallow end. We sit there for 3 minutes. I don't submerge my head. My husband does. No, thank you for me. And we just sit there for 3 minutes. My oldest son has done it as well, up to 5 minutes. And he's like, whoa, what a major, mindset hack, mindset toughness builder. He's like, I'm going to do this every night, before a golf match, which is so cool. And that's been my challenge. So I'm doing this, up to 12 minutes a week. So 3 minutes at a time. So up to about 4 times each week. And I've fallen in love with it. I've actually done it more times than my husband. And that's just been a weekly challenge for me. But I have a bigger challenge coming up in the spring. I have some big challenges I have for the year for myself, goals wise, for the business, for the whole year. It's good to set challenges for yourself. It's really, really good. There's some actual benefits to you, okay? So it builds resiliency. It shows you can do hard things. If you're feeling stuck, it can help breathe new life into you. If you are just bleh, I'm just so bored, I feel so stuck, I need that challenge. I crave this every year, and I really needed that ruck event this past fall after breaking my tailbone because that was a mindset trip for me. It can also help you work towards a bigger goal. One of the other challenges I'm doing is I'm trying to work my way up to a 5-minute plank this spring, which I'll share why I'm doing that later. But I've been, just the past week and a half, I was holding a 1-minute plank. This week I'm doing a 90-second plank and just holding it longer and longer. And it's just really good for you cognitively as well, right? It gets your brain and those neurons just firing. When sometimes we just get so caught up in autopilot and day by day type things, right? Now, I love being on autopilot, those unconscious habits that we do every day, right? But sometimes it's really good to kind of shock your system, if you will, which literally a cold plunge has been shocking my system. And it's been really great. And it's actually been a really good thing to do with my husband too, something we can do together. So today's habit hack is to set a challenge for yourself. Monthly, yearly, it could be a workout. It could be, I want to work out blank number of times a month. That could be a challenge for you, right? It could be, I want to do so many steps a day, something that's challenging for you. Maybe you have to sit a lot during work, so you got to get a little more creative. It could be compliment a stranger so many times a month, right? That could be a challenge for somebody, especially if you're introverted. For me, it's cold plunges. A couple other things I'm doing this spring, which I'll share about as well. And of course, track it. You can track it. You can make this as part of your daily habits. Use a habit tracker, which of course we have a couple available for you in the transformation shop. The girls in the society love using it, and I love them using all the different colors. It's really fun them seeing all the different colors they use. That's how I personally use it as well. So how are you going to challenge yourself? I want to challenge you to find a challenge for yourself this month. I want you to find a challenge that you can do just for the year as well. Maybe that's running a 5K. Maybe that is just like, oh my gosh, I'm going to write in my journal once a month. It could be something so small that builds and influences so many other healthy behaviors in your life. So how are you going to push yourself? How are you going to step out of that comfort zone? Like I said, not so much that you're going to burn yourself out like we talked about on Monday, but a way that you can show yourself that, yes, I am building resiliency. I'm challenging my mind, my body, my spirit, everything, and just watch what happens from there. Okay? I can't wait to hear what your challenges are. Tag me on Instagram at EmilyNichols22 in your stories, and come visit me over there if you want to see me freeze my booty off in those cool challenges. I tell you what, I have never gotten so many messages or like people coming up to me in class asking me about it, because they're curious and want to do it too. So challenge yourself, and I can't wait to see what you come up with. I'll catch up with you all next week. Hey girl, real quick before you go, if you want some free motivation texted to you every week to help you habit hack your health, send me your favorite emoji to 773-904-2157 to sign up for my weekly pump-up texts. I can't wait to catch up with you there. And if you have any quick questions for me or feedback, it's me on the other end. So text me back, friend. And if you love the show, the number one way you can thank me is to leave a rating and review in iTunes. That way more mamas can find the show. Tag me in your Instagram stories at EmilyNichols22 what you love about the show. Show me your review so I can shout you out. Love and appreciate you, friend. I'll see you next time.